guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nevaeh Chardonnay. If you are new here, hi. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, my babies. I am excited for this video, y'all, because I have not talked about this in quite a long time, and it's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. But today I felt like really called to talk to you guys about this because it's been something that's been on my mind. I was listening to a podcast earlier this morning at 9 a.m. so it's been on my mind since 9, and it's currently like 6:30 p.m. The name of the podcast is called The Highest Self Podcast by Sahara Rose, and I was listening to episode like 447, and it was about basically channeling your energy and then learning how to tap into like your intuition. That's not like the name, that's not the specific name of the podcast, but that's really what it was about. And they said a lot of good things in there that really just made me think about like my spiritual journey, made me think about the people around me who are on a spiritual journey, and like those who I feel like I am aligned and attuned with sometimes, and especially by myself. Also, I had a lucid dream last night, and I woke up like, what the heck, like, why would I have that dream? Crazy, honestly. Because I've been lucid dreaming for kind of a while, and I used to try to tap into like astral projection, which we're going to talk about in this video, but it'd be like on and off. Sometimes I remember it, and sometimes I'd be so deep in it that like I feel like I'm in it, and then I wake up, and those are the dreams that I can remember from the T, like literally from the minute the dream started to the minute it ended to when I woke up. But yeah, so a lot of things that they talk about in the podcast just made me want to just bring it up, especially for those who are dealing with like anxiety or dealing with not allowing themselves to be present in a moment and trying to figure out this thing of life, like living in this matrix, because sometimes it's hard to like just really be present right now with everything that's going on around us and with your purpose, and trying to find your peace within you, with your environment, with your surroundings. Like it really can get hard, it can get difficult to try to like stay focused and stay on track and not get sucked into the matrix. And I definitely want to like talk about that. Also, don't mind me, y'all, I did get my wisdom teeth pulled, and like it hurts to talk right now, but I'm trying to like, I gotta like slow down. I talk so fast, but it do hurt to talk. I really felt like I needed to make this video because it's been on my mind all day. It really have. And like the title of this video, as y'all already probably seen, is basically to stop trying to impress spirit. Like literally stop trying to impress spirit. The only person you should be impressing is yourself and your highest self. Don't even try to impress your spirit guides. Don't try to impress nobody who's on a spiritual journey or any of that. Literally tap into yourself. Be the best self that you can be. Be whole for you. Like you are the only one that matters when it comes to your spirituality, your spiritual journey. Trying to find happiness and abundance of joy with the things that you are grateful for, the things that fill your cup. Like honestly, this is woo. Yeah, I just want to talk to y'all really quick. I did write something down that I wanted to read before I get started in this video, because this is kind of like the reason, this is like the motivation for this video. So the connection to spirit does not mean you have to be on a spiritual journey for 10 plus years and experience astral projection and let go of your past self and own every crystal out there and journal every single morning and meditate every single night. No. The connection with spirit is being present with yourself and reaching your highest self at the moments that you want and need at that time. I say that because during the podcast, the guy that was on there, that's Sahara Rose, quote me on the name, excuse me if I'm messing it up, but he basically talked about how he was never spiritually in tune with himself. He never really like catered to crystals, never owned a crystal or anything. One day he was just walking, and he asked literally the universe to guide him that day and create a better habit for him in that day, for him to reach his goals, for him to reach his higher self that day, because he had things going on in his life, and that he could, like, his life was just so all over the place, and he wanted to just really understand it, stop, take a moment to breathe. And he did that. He said he heard a calling, and that day was the day that I started everything. Yes, he's been on his spiritual journey for so long, but before then he didn't need anything he didn't need to be meditating. He wasn't on a spiritual journey for a certain amount of time. He wasn't doing what he does now for a long amount of time. He literally was just going about his day, talking to himself, and it was that. And I wanted to give y'all like a little background about my spiritual journey. So I started my spiritual journey back when back in 2021 summer. I just moved to Tennessee. That was when I was at my highest self. I was surrounded by mountains and everything. I felt so good. Like, I really did. I really felt good. And I just wanted to be somewhere that was different, a new environment, around new people, just like tapping into myself and everything. And I did. I moved and I got locked into myself. If y'all watch this video, this is when I was in Tennessee and I talked about it. I felt so good. I felt so happy. I felt so alive. Like, that's where I needed to be. Like, I am a very naturalistic person. I am an earth sign, Taurus gang over here. But I was really in my zone, and I was in my zone for quite a while. Last summer was like I would say my second best self, where I felt it was the summertime as well. Like, I feel like always the summertime is really where I can like flourish into myself and really reach that that part of me where I wanted, that I was unable to reach throughout the year, just because like the sun is my everything. Like, it beams on me. It releases so much of that like goodness out of me that I need in my life. And it also was about my environment. It was about who I was allowing in my space and my energy and things of that such. And I've been on this, like I said, since 2021. It's been about 2.5 years. And like, when I'm on my spiritual journey, I'm on it. I'm going. I'm doing what I need to do for myself to make sure I am better in myself. And these past couple of months, I've been off. Like, something has been off so much, and I've been feeling it. It's been showing in my relationships and my platonic friendships and my family and my energy levels and what I'm doing every day. Like, it's been showing that, and I've been trying to, I feel like I've been ignoring it, because like, when I give myself a little break, that one day turns into a week, that week turns into a month, that month turns into months, 3 months, 6 months, and I just fall off. And it's so hard for me to pick myself back up, to get back on that journey and go back and go harder, because I'm so ingrained in my mind that, wow, like, I need to continue, I need to go back to day one. I gotta start back. Like, I feel like I took hella steps backwards, and it's not that. Like, it's okay for me to get up and start back a routine slowly, get it together. There's no need for me to impress nobody but myself. Like, I don't have to be out here getting up every day, waking up at 6:30, journaling 7 a.m, making sure I journal five minutes on my day, making sure I meditate for however long I need before I go to sleep. Like, as good as it sounds, sometimes that can be unrealistic. Sometimes it can get overwhelming, especially in a position that we're in now, or that you're in now. You might have a lot of things going on around you, but just being grateful and recognizing that you're trying to do what you can that's best for you at that moment and that time, and calling out to yourself and your spirit guides when you need them at that moment. It don't have to be every single day. You don't have to do what you need to do every day. And in the podcast, they were basically talking about how you don't have to have this many experiences. You don't have to know every single zodiac sign in a book, and you don't have to have a manifestation journal and a self-work journal and a regular daily journal, and like, you don't need to do all of that to be on a spiritual journey. Like, being on a spiritual journey is not linear, and it looks different for everybody. It's literally your path and your destiny. You learn every single day. You're on a spiritual journey every single day. There's something new about yourself that you have to unlock every single day. You're not going to get it. Somebody who's been studying religion and Hinduism and Muslim culture and the Islamic religion and things of that such for 30 plus years, 50 plus years, is no better than you. They might have a little bit more knowledge on that topic, but that doesn't mean that they're more spiritually in tune with anything, because what that looks like is different from everybody. They may have a lot of stuff going on. They may show that they got it all together, and that they're good, and that they're so on top of things, but in the background they have so much inner work they need to do with themselves, especially pouring out so much energy to the people and to social media and to the public and to their friends and to their family. It gets draining. But it's like when you tap into yourself and know, like, okay, I need to work on this, I need to do this, what does that timeline looks like? It's the work is not going to be done overnight. And I always gotta tell myself that. Like, I beat myself up sometimes because I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I'm not doing more. Like, I beat myself up sometimes because I feel like I'm not doing enough for myself. I feel like I'm doing the bare minimum when it comes to the work that I need to do within myself. And I don't take credit for the things that I've done, where I'm at now, where I was back then, and the new person that I am today. Like, this is a new version of myself that I was yesterday. So taking it day by day, giving myself that small recognition every single day to know, like, I am not the same person I was yesterday. I'm not the same person I was last week. I'm dang sure not the same person I was last month. You know, so it's just really like trying to give grace to yourself and trying to figure out, how can I work towards becoming my higher self without allowing for my environment, my anxiety, my depression, my outside surroundings, other people who are on the same type of time I'm on, to affect what I got going on. Don't try to be or live up to nobody's standards but your own. You don't have to impress your spirit at all. Just recognize it, give it grace, feed goodness into it, and you're gonna be fine. Like, I wanted y'all to just know, like, y'all are loved for the person that y'all, I'm like rubbing on myself and stuff. I want y'all to know, like, y'all are so loved. Y'all are so amazing. I always try to tell y'all, like, y'all are amazing human beings, no matter what you do, no matter what you got going on. Don't let this world and this life defeat you and your purpose. Find what it is that you enjoy doing, really. Like I stated before, like, when I first got into, like, really into spiritual, like, my deep spirituality, not just like, oh, I'm doing this, doing that. When I really started to study myself, study the universe, study my surroundings, study what's going on in the world, study energy, learn what energy is, learn how to tap into my different chakras, learn how to get my chakras balanced, learning what does it mean and what does it look like when my chakra is imbalanced, when my throat chakra is not imbalanced, when my heart chakra is not imbalanced. You know, like, learning that. I felt so in tune with myself. Just figuring out what it is that you let it do. It don't even have to be journaling or meditating. It simply can just be talking to yourself. It simply could just be laying down on your bed with some music playing, or in the quiet and silence, and trying to listen to your thoughts or calm your thoughts down. Like, whatever your practices look like to you, it don't have to be the same for nobody. Like I said, spirituality is not linear. How you go about things is not linear. It's never going to be the same for you as it is for that person across the room, for the person that you so-called call your friend, who you think is spiritually in tune with you. It's not going to be the same. Find the people who do enjoy doing activities that you love doing. Of course, it is amazing. Like, definitely get that group of people who's going to push you to your higher self, who's going to give you that grace. Like, girl, like, I know you, who's seen the before you and the new you, and then who is going to push you to be your newest you. You know, like, just surrounding yourself around that good energy, I think, is really amazing, especially when we do be on a spiritual journey. I really, like, I've got to this point in my life where I don't even like calling it a spiritual journey, because they as in social media, has tried to connect spirituality with a religion. I remember back in high school, when I would put on, like, on applications that would ask you, like, your religious status, I would put, there was never a room or a circle or a option to put spiritual. There was just, like, the regular Christianity, Buddhism. I think there was, like, other, but I never really put, like, didn't need to. But now they're starting to put spiritual on, like, application stuff, and I just think it's hilarious, because, like, since when did y'all start doing that? Since when did y'all start to recognize this as even being a religion? Like, we don't even have to say that we're spiritual, because spirituality looks so different. It looks so different for everybody. It's not one, you can't put spirituality in one category. Simple as that. But yeah, so, like, going back to the podcast, as they were talking about, y'all really should definitely listen to the podcast. Like, the Higher Self podcast by Sahara Rose. It was actually good, that first episode, and I plan on listening to it like for a little while. I was listening to a podcast at first called Spiritual Shit, and it was really good, but I feel like I just needed something like just a different. I was listening to her for like almost a year now, and I love her, don't get me wrong, but I just needed something different, a new energy for real. I feel like hers was very like monotone, and after a while I was starting to get away from that monotone type of podcast. Like I need something that's going to embrace me and lift me up, especially in the morning. So that's something I'll probably listen to at night before I go to bed or something. But yeah, I'm glad I found this new podcast. But I just want you to just think about, like, where do you want to be tomorrow? Where do you want to be by the end of the week? What is something that you want to implement in your daily life to get back on your spirituality? Whether you're spiritual, whether you're religious, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You're praying, you're reading in your Bible, you're manifesting. All of that is similar. It just has different names to it, and it just looks, like I said, I'm going to continue to say it looks different for everybody. Religion and spirituality, nothing is the same. But just taking that time to just stop comparing your spirituality to anybody else. Like, it's not okay. And I remember once getting into this headspace where I would watch my favorite YouTubers who I feel are so in tune with themselves, because based off what they say, how free they are. Like, I want to get to that point where I'm just free of myself, of everything around me, but I'm stuck in this like matrix of this life. Like, I'm really in this matrix of life and when I say matrix, it's this systematic life that the government, that people, that 1% has placed on us, where we have, like, it's like we feel like our life is like a little roller coaster, but that path, it's like there's some similarities when it comes to our path, such as we're forced to go to school. We're not forced to go to college, but that's most of the route. If you want to go and get a good job and you don't have an entrepreneurship mindset, or you're not financially stable to really start anything, then it's high school, graduate college, you either securing a job or you're going to get more education to secure a job that's going to pay you higher based off of your degree. Like, that is what I mean by the matrix, and that systematic that they put and ingrained in our minds. They feel like that's what we have to do, and we don't. Like, we don't, but we choose to because of our circumstances, because of our environment. But without any of that, living outside of the matrix, that means not being sucked up into what society's base says that you need to be doing, or what society says this is how everybody else is doing, so they throw you in the category of those people. No, live outside the realm of yourself. Like, literally go, allow yourself to explore beyond what you feel like you could not have. Allow yourself to explore greater. Allow yourself to explore your higher self. Allow yourself to tap into that energy where you are gone. Your mind is gone. You're high off life. Like, you are enjoying every single thing about life. I was once at that point. I get there, I find them peaks of joy within life. Sometimes when I'm outside, when I'm taking a walk and I'm just watching the animals, I'm watching them in their natural state, I'm listening to the water, I'm listening to the leaves of the trees move, I'm listening to the wind. Like, those, I feel so happy, I feel so grateful. I'm watching the insects just go about their lives, because they don't have to worry about no finance, they don't have to worry about nothing. They just in survival mode of how the weather gonna be today, what food we gonna get. They're not thinking about and basically who gonna get me today. Like, they're not thinking about all this other stuff. They're not stressing about this. I mean, I can't really say if an insect is stressing or not, but still, like, human beings, guys, it's so complex. Our mind is so complex, and we don't even allow ourselves to be grateful for what's going on right now and what we have, but also to just tap into what we want to have. Like, if y'all get what I mean, like, tap into what we want to do, to, like, what makes us different. What is it that you want to do that's going to fulfill your cup, and not because somebody else said, or not because social media says this you should be happy about or grateful about, but what do you really want to be grateful about? How do you see yourself being your higher self, basically, is what I like, where I was trying to get at. But I literally had this topic, like I said, all day, and like, I didn't really know how to go about this video, how I want to talk about it, but I feel like I did quite a good job. I hope y'all really like understood where I was trying to come from. And like, if y'all are in this place of like stillness and not knowing where to move or where to go, just talk to yourself, think about it, write it down, write about who you are right now, where you want to be, and how you're going to get there. Those, like, I feel like that's a really good start, especially for me. Like, I'm giving y'all this information, but I'm definitely going to apply it and put it into action, because I feel like I allow my environment to control my actions, and I do when I feel like I'm not at peace or I'm not aligned with myself, because everything else around me so just is unaligned with me and my successes and my purpose, that I feel like I allow it to control me, like, in my actions. And it's not okay. I have to figure out how can I cut off my brain and my mindset of that and be here right now, today, in this moment. And right now I'm being here with y'all, and I'm giving y'all these I'm not even gonna say tips, but like just how I feel and how I view this topic, of just impressing self and just trying to navigate through this life and really be present in the moment, and align yourself with the energy that you want to be aligned with. Like, just being that whole person. What does that whole person look like for you? What does peace look like for you? What does happiness look like for you? What does joy look like? How does it feel? How does it smell? How does it taste? Like, honestly, ask yourself that, and then come back to yourself and just be like, okay, maybe I wasn't as grateful as I could have been for this. Maybe I was overlooking this. Pour more into life, into nature, into what's going on in your life, and stop allowing your anxiety and things that are so negative around you to affect what you have going on right now. But that is enough for me, y'all. I just really want to give y'all that, because it's been on my mind for a while now, and today it really just sparked me, and I need to talk about it. Like, I just need to talk about it. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all are enjoying February. I was a week behind because my wisdom teeth, and I'm playing catch up in a sense, so I definitely will be going through February through March, just because I was unable to really talk. It still hurts to talk right now. Like, I've been trying not to talk too much, but when I really need to make this video for real. And yeah, y'all, if y'all get y'all wisdom teeth pulled out, good luck. I got all 4 pulled out, and it hurts. It literally hurts, and it's nasty. Literally have to flush my mouth out with this syringe when I eat my holes, and I just see all the food coming out. TMI, but still, it's ridiculous, y'all. Thank you all for getting to this video. You all are amazing human beings. I hope that you are doing well on your spiritual journey. I hope this sparked you to start your spiritual journey, if you fell off, or if you want to get back into it, or if you have not started it and just needed some type of hope. Just begin, just start, and figure out again where you are at now, where you want to be, and how you're going to get there. I'll catch y'all on the next video.